How does the Earth exactly look like? Well, while this could have been debatable sometime in the very far past, it definitely is no longer a valid question. In fact, it appears that ancient Greeks, like Pythagoras and others, were able to come to the conclusion that the Earth is not flat, but indeed spherical in shape. But the valid question is, does the Quran say that it's flat? Well, yes and no, and both answers lead to the one and only possible conclusion that the Earth is spherical in shape. And here's how. I would like to begin by reading this verse from Surah Yasin. Um, why am I starting by mentioning this verse? Because that's really all I need to make my point. This verse is so important because it has helped to resolve a lot of misconceptions and misunderstandings. This is verse 40, and you can access it on a copy of the Quran at your home or a copy that you can find online. So first of all, let's read the translation. So it says that it's not allowable for the sun to reach the moon, nor does the night overtake the day, but each in an orbit is swimming. In this verse, if you look closely, there are two negations. The first is that the sun does not reach the moon, meaning that the sun does not catch up with the moon, and it follows that day does not catch up with night, or day does not precede the night. The second negation is that night does not overtake the day. In other words, night does not precede the day. So the net result here is that Earth is created in a way such that neither day nor night overtake or precede one another, which is technically impossible unless they simultaneously coexist together on Earth. And accordingly, whatever faces the sun on Earth experiences day, and whatever does not face the sun on Earth experiences night. So that sort of lays down a puzzle that says day does not precede night, and night does not precede day, but they rather coexist at the same time. And how can that be? So think about it. Had God created a flat earth that is directly facing the sun, then day would precede night for as long as the earth faces the sun, and once the sun sets, the night would come. On the other hand, had God created a flat earth that is initially not facing the sun, the night would come first, after which day would come. But the truth is that God created the earth in a spherical form, such that neither day nor night precede one another, but they rather coexist simultaneously. And that's why this verse very eloquently concludes that the earth is spherical in shape. Now, how about all the other verses in which God says that He extended or spread out the earth? Well, there are plenty, and I just played them here for you guys for your own reference. You can go back to them and double check them and read them and listen to them later in your own spare time. Because really, my main goal here is to discuss the word extend or spread out that you're going to see a lot in the translation. And I'm not going to read the Arabic text or the translation because that would just that would be repetitive and it might bore you. I just want to go straight ahead to the point. So, for non-Arabic speakers, the unanimous translation for all the circled Arabic terms is almost one word, an expanse, to spread out, which usually satisfies interpretation purposes. At first, these verses could seem very preposterous, due to them containing clear reminders of the way God has, quote unquote, spread out the earth, and it is usually interpreted as flattening out the earth. Well, you need to understand that the term spread denotes your own eye's perspective of the earth, which doesn't really negate the fact that the earth is round or oval. And why is that? Because if that spherical Earth, or if that oval is humongous and very expansive, then a little portion of it, as seen through your teeny tiny eyes, would look extended, or plateaued, or stretched out. So we don't really feel that we are living on top of an oval earth because it is perfectly architectured for us, such that on every single spot on its surface it is stretched out. So, in short, all of those verses are really meant to remind people of the blessing of an earth conducive to living, rather than describe the shape of the earth. And that's exactly why you would find all of those verses in the context of reminding people of other blessings as well, like having mountains serving as anchors to the earth and holding the sky up without pillars, creating rivers and fruits, and all sorts of endowments that facilitate our life on this earth, and that we take for granted. Because had the earth had an uneven surface, of course, other than the mountains and valleys, we wouldn't really be able to walk and carve our routes and passageways with the ease with which we do. Some of the Arabic words used to denote the expanse of the earth was mihada, which literally means a cradle, a baby's bed, as an allegory to the ease with which we tread the earth after God has prepared it for us, just like a baby's cradle is smooth and accommodating for it to sleep. Another word is firasha, which could mean a blanket or anything that humans can potentially use to lie over or sit on. You can already see how much gets lost in translation, and I'm mentioning this to try to clarify as much as I can how the purpose of using such words is to underscore the extent to which God has facilitated and smoothed out life on this earth by virtue of flattening it out, not in terms of its shape in the cosmos, but in terms of how we, humans, experience its surface and how this facilitates the matters of our living. And also, such words with tangible connotations were used to address people using vocabulary that resonates with their daily lives. Plus, we all know and experience the expanse of Earth on a daily basis, meaning that whenever you walk, you see the Earth extended before you endlessly. You walk more and you see the same trend, and so on. And so, needless to say, we never find an edge at which the Earth ends, because the Earth's edges are molded together, which is the case because it's oval in shape. And only because it's oval, you would experience the sense of expansiveness wherever you are in its surface. So if you just allow yourself more time to ruminate over this, you would actually be pretty convinced that the Quranic choice of word here combines both linguistic and scientific miracles.